Good day to you. Yeah, I'm on the Suzuki SV650, and time for a little bit of a mutter about it. A lot of you will know that someone reversed into me. Yeah, in fact, an electric car. Yeah, just reversed straight into me, smashed the front end up. It's been in and been repaired and everything checked, and it's all fixed. Yeah, I've been out and about on it. I've done quite a few miles on it now, but the weather's not been conducive to me really giving it any real stick. But it's not about the bike. This is about psychology. How do I feel about it now that I know that it's had that damage, even though it's all fully repaired? Because, as you know, you need confidence in your machine. Yeah, you do. And I mean, this is a marvellous bike. And what I'll do up here, I'll show you it, because I did do a few things to it. There you go. Yeah, that's all right, madam. You just keep coming out at me. Marvellous. Do you believe that sometimes a combination can be jinxed? I'll pop in here for it. There we go. And so things like that just make you a bit more cautious, and you can't be cautious sometimes. You've got to be committed, haven't you? So we're at Hawley Castle. So I'll just stop and do a little walk round. You've all seen it before. So it won't be anything you've not seen. So there you go. Into neutral. Straight off, gearbox sweet as a nut, I will say that. Side stand down, no trouble at all. And let's have a little look at it. So there you go. It's absolutely filthy, as you can see. Suzuki V-Strom 650 in grey and red wheels. But I'll get the other camera out. So here we are. 2023 Suzuki SV650. Yeah. Well, the front end was smashed in. A lot of it just cosmetic, but the headlamp, mudguard, fork guards, all that lot been replaced. Forks checked and rolled, and everything's just absolutely fine. It is a wonderful bike. Everything just works as it should. It's basic. It's back to motorcycling as we knew it in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. What have I done to it? Well, first thing, exhaust. I know, Black Widow. I think it sounds marvellous. I do have the baffle in, but it looks better than the great big thing that comes with it. Will I change it back? I probably will come summer. Yeah, with the noise, I know there's arguments against it, but I do find it handy going through the traffic. Having that little blip does make people aware, even in the car with the music playing. But what else did I put? Bobbins on, of course, on the back, because yeah, you've got it. No centre stand. Yeah, the worst thing about this bike is the seat. So I changed this seat, and I love this one. It's much better, more comfortable. I think it's actually lowered the seat height, which isn't very much to start with. It's about 780, something like that, maybe even lower than that. So even my mate Dave could get on here. You can see it's absolutely plastered. I have covered it in protectorant before anyone asks. The clock is dead basic. It's got everything you need. You know, there's all the information. That's about it. Yeah, time. Yeah, how many miles you've got left before you need to fill up this tank, which isn't that massive. No, about 15 litres, something like that, I want to say. Maybe a bit more, maybe 17. But it sounds so lovely and it goes so well. I put a fender extender on it, essential, I think. And yeah, it needs a clean. So I think it'll probably get one. But yeah, that's it. The Suzuki SV. But I've got to decide, am I going to be comfortable on it? But I'll carry on and we'll do the senses anyway. Right, back on board, ignition on, ding, Game Boyish, maybe 1980s calculator type affair. Yeah, anvil mirrors, what can I say? Let's get down here, wait for this Amazon van to go. Oh, he's gone the other way. Oh, marvellous. Well, to taste, I've been thinking about this, because this is an exceptionally polite bike, suitable for beginners, but it's also a very naughty bike as well. So I reckon that this would taste like a cup of Earl Grey with a massive sweet sickly cake. Yeah. It doesn't have traction control. No, that's your wrist. Yeah, you got to feel for it. Your bottom and your wrist. Basic suspension, handles everything just fine. To look at, the smell at the moment, sorry, before I forget, still smells like a brand new bike. No smell of petrol or anything untoward, oil, nothing like that. Of course it isn't, it's only done a few thousand miles. Yeah, to look at, well, it looks like an SV. I mean, it's classic in itself, 25 years old. Yeah, not this one, but the bike. Yeah, 25. Crikey, some potholes there. To touch and feel it, it's built down to a price, but you wouldn't know. Everything works exactly as it should, and I mean, it stood up to, like, I don't know, a 2-ton electric vehicle ramming it. Yeah. And it's still here to tell the tale. So there's nothing wrong with the build quality, is there? And then the sound, well, it sounds marvellous stock, and I think it sounds splendiferous with a pipe on, and you can get better pipes than this. So yeah, I can't argue about it. 6 cents, how does it make me feel? It used to make me feel fantastic, and I would throw it about and go like hell. Now I'm not so sure. And this is the thing, isn't it? I'm a superstitious old git, yeah, and I just don't know. I know one thing, when you're riding bikes and if you're going quick down the back roads or anything like that, you need to be confident, and I just don't know at the moment. Is there anything wrong with it? I know there's nothing wrong with it. But do I feel like it might be jinxed or something like that? And I think that is the question, and I just don't know. It's terrible. I know you're probably all thinking I'm crazy, but I'll be interested to know if you leave in the comments what you think. What's the future of the SV? On 2 points, what's the future of the SV? Full stop. Will they stop making it? Oh, we're down to 20 miles an hour here. Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it? And what's the future of it as far as I go? What would you do? In the old days, when I was racing, they crashed all the time and we rebuilt them and we went off. But you'd done it sort of with your own hands, and I was young and stupid. But psychology does play a large part of it as well, and it did affect us a little bit. You know, if you thought something was slightly off, if you're going into a corner and you've got a bit of a wobble on it and you're thinking, well, is this just the tyres are a bit cold, or the track's a bit damp, or there's a bit of oil, you know, you think all those things and you get over it. If you think it's the bike, you sort of back off a little bit. You tend to do everything wrong instead of doing everything right. And obviously on the road, the consequences can be disastrous. So at the moment, I just don't know. A lot of people have suggested that I've already made up my mind on it, and I haven't. I just love the bike so much, and that note from the engine, and when you're going through town or when you're shutting off before a corner and it burbles away at you and you're not doing silly speeds. Yeah, I love it, but I don't know. I just don't know with this one. Some might say, well, get rid of it and get a different one. That is also a possibility. But there you go, we'll have to see. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this ramblings of a lunatic. Yeah, and I'll be interested to hear what your thoughts are on it. Leave a message in the comment. Yeah. Ta-ta.